Hello everyone, I am Tacit and welcome to the Gems of War Guild Wars Week 8 Day 2 Guild Wars 126. So today we are going to be hitting one of the bigger milestones you could possibly hit in the game. Technically max level. So we are almost level 2000. The reason I say this is technically max level is the way that levels work is you get like a billion levels when you first start, all the way up to like level 100 or so. Then you start getting levels a little bit less frequently, all the way up to 1,000. Then after 1,000, every 100 levels, you end up getting a stat. So 1,100, 1,000, 2,000, so on and so forth. But 2,000 and above, you don't start getting another stat until every 1,000 levels. And the amount of time it'll take us to go from 2,000 to 3,000 is probably never going to happen. Realistically. Or if we do, it's barely going to matter. Like, let's say hypothetically we even get 3,000. I think it's like one armor or something. So for all intents and purposes, you're basically max the second you have level 2,000. Like, truly, like, max when it comes to level. Everything else beyond that is just number go up at that point, as you're very likely to ever get more value from it beyond that. But I think level 3,000 eventually giving you like one armor or something, which is pretty negligible regardless. But yeah, basically max level today, as far as what is realistically obtainable. Because I don't think there's a single person even in my guild above like 2,500. Let me go check. I don't think we do. What are we at right now? Yeah, the highest level we have is a 2,271. Obviously there are a couple thousand, 3,000s. I'm not sure if anyone's cracked 4,000 yet. But yeah, it is like absurdly impossible. Like the amount of game time you would need and deliberate like perfect XP farming. Like how many hundreds of hours you'd have to do like perfect explore one quick kill and stuff like that. But yeah, we'll get 2,000 today. I need to get some more PvP rating anyways, because we're going to be popping this for tomorrow, because we need to try to get 20,000 total PvP points tomorrow. So I'm going to work on some of that today while we do our XP, because we need to scrap together 10,000 more points by tomorrow then, basically. Or, you know, sometime tomorrow when we end up doing that. So I might as well work on some of that today so we don't have as much to do tomorrow. Though we will still be using the full 1 hour booster tomorrow, if nothing else. But anyways, yeah, let's go to Guild War. We'll start from Guild War and go from there. Anyways, hello everyone! Hello, Ron! Is the anniversary to the channel? Oh yeah, I keep forgetting that. I always consider the anniversary to the channel as April 23rd, because that's when we started doing videos on a regular basis, like every single week. But technically, the channel actually started, whatever date it says, I don't remember. Because at that point, it was just a normal YouTube account, you know, for like commenting and other random things. Like, I wasn't actually really posting videos. If I was, it was just like a random one, like every now and then, every few months or something. But I always consider April 23rd as the anniversary of the channel, just because it's when we started regularly doing videos. Most notably, the weekly Gems of War video. Also, hello, Chad, and thank you. Greatly appreciated. Thank you. What am I missing the thing? Hello, yeah! Hello! It flustered me for a second. Hello, Jets! Hello, Minnie! Hello, Chad, and greatly appreciated. Clip Bomb. And, yeah, let's get into things. Let's over to Guild Wars. We are currently winning. Nice to see. 2 wins in a row. How many points did we get for winning yesterday? Because we might start moving up, which would be a bad thing. We're going to start getting harder enemies. War results for yesterday. We moved up by 8. And then all this data. Let's see, I always keep forgetting how this works. I think this is us. So this is how we did against their teams. So how many people did we have fail the palace then? No, it's the other way around. This one is us over here to the left. Wait, that means not everyone even did their battles yesterday. Oh no. We have some zeros. Because that means at least 2 people didn't do their battles if we only had 28 gates. Looks like we only had like 1/3 win rate on the palace. Interesting. Everyone won against Maze because that one's way easier. Apothecary's the Takshaka build. This one is Naga, this one is Divine. This is the one we did yesterday. But apparently a third of our guild ended up losing against it. Some of them were pretty hard though. Obviously that's still the double Takshaka team, stuff like that. Interesting. But who are the 2 people who didn't do it? Now we can actually check. Because we go to Guild's Keep, one thing that they added in the most recent patch is we can actually see who didn't do their battles yesterday. And they can't do it today, so it should just say a permanent 0 there. Let's see. Tyrion, how could you? Someone go find Tyrion. And Palpados. Tyrion, how could you? Don't make us have to kick you, no. Anyways, let's go do our battles. Let's see. Let's go to war. And what path are we doing here? It looks like middle. We got blue layout. So hello, welcome, welcome, welcome. Let's see. Let's just go to middle. Obviously, there's no choice there. But let's go. Boom, 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 boom. We'll do a little zigzag in there. But hello, Rob. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Anything we need to change here? Honestly, I don't think we will for any fight. I feel like this is going to be good enough to run all the way for every battle. It covers so much ground, I don't think we're ever going to need to make an adjustment. Oh yeah, I forgot. The thing is auto-freeze. Whoops. Mistakes have been made. I completely forgot about that. The auto-freeze mechanic on that. Oh, he's not entangled, so I can't even kill him. Is this a skull angle? Skull into hit into skull. The problem is I need this true damage to not hit him. No, I hit him. Though getting a skull right now would be fine. Come on, we need some more mana there. We're getting really low points on this first battle here. We're definitely not getting that all-elusive Paragon. Alright, let's go get our mana, because this is a really slow win on first fight. I need to start changing the team just to go kill out first fight with. Alright, it should be matched now. It's hello, Merlu! Hello, man! Welcome, welcome, welcome. Alright, let's go down the middle zigzag. That's where the most points are. Actually, what is down middle in blue? I actually forget. I don't remember what middle of blue is. I know top is the most annoying one, as I believe the final battle in top has dragon. So you gotta get a really annoying 4x dragon fight. But I recall middle and bottom not really having much at all. It's only the final fight that you really have to worry about in this layout. Now we're just gonna go for mana and hope it doesn't miss. It didn't miss, and we got the enchant gem. Huge. That is some really good value right there. He's also entangled in first, so we can go for skull right here now too. Just trying to see where we might be able to get a better one. I think we just go here and try for the brown and or green. And we got neither. But we got the one shot on hero, which is nice. We then go mana drain him here. We'll take the extra turn one first. I can drain him again. I'm not sure if it's worth it compared to just poking him though. Because I could do that. No way to cascade it, unfortunately. We can take it over here for an enchant as well. I guess it's just a double true damage poke at this point. Ooh, double enchant is nice. I do have the other poke, but at this point, getting a true damage. No! No way did double enchant just re-enchant the guy that already had enchant. Not only was he already enchanted, but both the two enchant gems went for the same guy. I didn't realize that could happen. I thought it randomly, or you know, it would do at least two different ones if you do two at the same time. Oh no. Oh, that's some pretty bad luck there. Whoops. That's not good. Is this battle hard? No, this one's fine. We're getting really unlucky on it, but no, this one's not a hard battle. The only one that should be a hard battle in this layout should be the final one. That, or if you want to do top half into dragon. Because this layout's actually not that bad. But this battle is absurdly unlucky. Rip all the points. Oh yeah, let's keep going. Shouldn't be anything annoying in this spot or the next one, I don't believe. We got a Selene mirror match, so he's doing it with a lot more mana accumulation. So he has way better mana accumulation than us, but we have the secret weapon of the Tangle Bomb thing. Actually, what is his restriction? Oh, it's Rogue. It's 4x Rogue team, though he's not using Rogue Hero. That shouldn't be that bad. His Super Mega Ultra Enchanted. He's gonna really earn that 2 mana per turn. Alright, nothing we can cascade over here. I think this is a self-destruct option. And what do we get out of that? Deal a bunch of damage to an enemy if they're... Oh, we got a Boss Slayer out of it. Explodes 3 blues. None of you are a boss, though. Just double checking. But none of you are a boss, though, so that doesn't really do anything. I can go poke hero and then hit it. We can also just tap something and hope we get value. Go, value. Oh, we got a little bit of value. What do you explode? Purple? Okay, we can get a lot of enchant gems out of that. Might as well. Let me take our brown first. And a red. And a purple. Anything else? Somehow still haven't entangled first slot yet. And all that mess. Oh no, is this worth exploding? I think we do true damage then explode and hope he doesn't take the purple. He did not take the purple. And it did not give nearly as much mana as I was hoping that would give, but they kind of just win in a few turns now at this point. We'll go for a little bit more mana accumulation off of this since it's not blocking in any way. And that is match? No, last guy's still alive. And now that is match. There we go. Easy enough. Alright, next battle, and this gets us a free 1,000 for the guild. We have a undead team. So he's using Pharaoh, Grey King, Ruby. Honestly, a little scary. There is a lot of value for his team. Though there isn't really a single color Grey King could hit that would be that detrimental. Like, best case scenario he hits for him is like hitting green or blue. I guess green. Green would give him the best value, I think. But the chance that he's going to hit green, and the fact that he doesn't even use any green either, we should be okay. You know, it's silly, but you use the mirror with the 10, with the Tango Bomb, and he rearranged the troops, and the mirror silenced them. That's kind of funny. But it is a strategy. Mirror spamming to 4x silence. While also getting the positive effect that it does. Is this a self-destruct angle? I think this is a feed her angle. Nice. Definitely worth. I guess I go for Tango Bomb since his first slot is already pre-entangled. If we get another skull during that duration, it's definitely worth it as well. We have a true damage poke. But we can also go for all the other mana. I think I want that first. In case we can get a skull out of it. Did he really just get his one Uber Doom skull to align? That's kind of unfortunate. I could try for blue here. I'm actually really tempted. Oh, I was feeling it. No! Alright, fine. We'll go do the battle normally. And not try to luck it out. Ooh, a little bit of value there. Gotta be careful. He does have a lot of true damage. Is this the explode angle or just kill him out with skull angle? He's blocking mana right now, which makes me kind of not want to kill it yet. Because we can let it just keep blocking for a little while. Though we do need a way to kill it by the time we get there. But worst comes to worst, we can just throw a Tango Bomb at it and I guess we're fine. At this point, just slowly chip up the mana. Do have to be careful with all that extra mana accumulation he has, though. He's getting up mana a lot quicker than we do. So much so, I think I have to waste my ability to kill him here. I just too high a liability to leave him alive there. Alright, now it should be good to go, though. Him not being entangled is kind of unfortunate, though. We're getting really unlucky with these extra turns. As far as, like, what's getting inflicted. There we go, finally! Alright, this is definitely kill him with skull angle. Nice, we got a bunch of other skulls. Unfortunately, that one's not entangled. Tango Bomb somehow still not dead. We do have lethal. But you can also just move for mana. I was gonna move for mana, in case we get lucky. We don't have lethal? No. It's a little short. I think we go for this, go for the explode, if we don't already have a skull ready to go. Oh, never mind. Fairy Fire. Forgot about it. Alright, there we go. Easy. Alright, now the real fight, and probably the only fight that will really be possible of killing us. What do we have? Okay. We once again have Maelstrom Dagannoth, which is to be expected. We have Flower Dragon, which is to be expected. The main saving grace is they accidentally went Wand of Stars. You should never do that for your defend team because it gets replaced with the Prismatic Orb. So, we might be fine. Do we have any Mana Drain? What is the Mana Drain option for this place? Oh, they all have, like, immune to Mana Drain. That's not helping. Is there a way to check specifically for Mana Drain? Mana Burn. Where's Mana Drain? Or maybe it's called Drain Mana. Where's Mana Drain, though? They have Mana Burn. That's not what I'm looking for, though. Hello, Jamie. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Is there really not an option for mana drain? Out of all these options, not a single one is mana drain or mana drain reworded in a different word? I'm surprised they haven't added that yet. Mana drain, mana drain, mana drain. Because the most ideal thing here, because of his first slot, would be to keep mana draining it over and over again. Alright, well, let me just check what the troops are. Do we have anything we kind of slot in? No, no, no mana drain, no mana drain, no mana drain, no mana drain. I don't think anything here properly mana drains. You have Dispel. There's some things that do damage in this kingdom based on how much mana the enemy has. But no mana drain. Also, thank you so much, Mulu, for the 10 bucks. Greatly, greatly, greatly appreciate it. Thank you, thank you. Is there just not any mana drain here? I just assume not at this point. I'm not seeing any. There's things that do it based on how much mana they use. There's a couple troops here that do that. And there's like mana burn. Actually, no, that one's just charm. But I'm not seeing a mana drain. Okay, we're just going to go with this and just hope it's fine. Worst comes to worst, Prismatic Orb just casting on itself is basically mana drain. As long as it doesn't get lucky with its 8 spawn, it's basically mana draining itself for a little bit of armor. So to some degree, we don't have to actively mana drain it as long as he's frozen. Yeah, we're just going to go with this then and just hope it works out. Prismatic Orb is a main saving grace here since he's pretty much just full blocking his own mana. So if I can just kill him from the back and work our way up, to get everything queued up and just go from there. Also, let's go test our RNG. What do we get? Boosted by all ally armor. Interesting. Not really that great of a cast, though. Also, the one thing we're frozen on is the thing I gotta go claim an extra turn for. Oh, never mind. That's not frozen. I forgot. He has immune to freeze. Never mind, never mind. He hit our elementals. We're safe. We need Boss Killer. I don't think Boss Killer is necessarily needed here. Hello, music. Welcome, welcome. I mean, Outlander. Oh, yeah, why does it keep still showing the other name? Is there a thing I need to toggle on the other end of YouTube? I need to go change that later. YouTube's still been doing that for like the last couple of weeks. I need to go find where that setting is. But the main reason I didn't go Boss Slayer is just for momentum. Same reason we didn't last time. But he's full mana blocking himself, so we shouldn't really need to worry about the Boss Slayer that much. That's pretty much the plan there. Just trying to see what we have here. I feel like there's some kind of cascade that would do something good. I'm not seeing one, though. We're under effective brown storm right now. So honestly, I think our best bet is the green to the right and hope for double brown from Sky. No, we got double purple! No, wrong color! Okay, well, now I can move that brown into a purple extra turn. If nothing else. And then take this one over here. Are we frozen on anything? No. These elementals only hit our hero earlier. So we are safe. We basically have full mana everything. And enchant. Though that doesn't really matter since we're already mana'd up. How do we want to do this? I don't think I want to take Skull. I think I want him to get distracted by Skull. This thing being webbed honestly doesn't matter too much because he still hits for 171. So at this point, I think we might just target that on the Maelstrom. I would need a little bit of other damage to go with it, though. If I cast everything I have on him, that would kill Maelstrom Dagannoth. I think that's the play. It's a little overkill, though. But all I'd have to do is cast this and then cast the other thing. We would actually have lethal if this thing was unwebbed. But I think it would take too long to wait for him to get unwebbed. So I'm just going to cast it now. And then we overkill it with this. Of course, now he gets unwebbed. No! Why couldn't you have done that the previous turn? Okay, now it's just free win. Now we just have to kill the Flower Dragon in isolation. But yeah, don't forget to never, ever, ever set Wanda Stars for Guild War Defend. Otherwise, this is going to happen. But this battle was so absurdly free. Because he's just full mana blocking with his own wand. Wait, do we go in for the kill now? I want to have a little bit more safety before we do. We can go for the true damage poke. Honestly, let's go for his big poke. We got the good summon. Might as well utilize it. Because now we can just kill it from the back. So we'll take... Oh, Scroll doesn't kill him. He's not entangled right now. Still going to go for it, though. Yeah, he'll do a little bit of mana accumulation. That doesn't really do anything. I explode all purples. This will kill him off the explode. And then we just kill it off of anything. And yeah, this match. Easy as that. Boom. And we kill it with the 69. Nice. Alright, and that is match. Alright, that wasn't too bad. We were saved pretty heavily by him running Wanda Stars, AK Prismatic Orb. And did we just get the same score as yesterday? Didn't we get 1349 yesterday? There's an easy way to tell. Is my score 1349 times 2? What is with the curse of this exact number? No, it couldn't have been because our score is slightly different. Let's go take what we scored today from there. What is that number? 2701 minus 1349. Wait, that can't be right. Oh, I did something wrong. Whoops. I forgot the other number. I somehow forgot a 0 in there. 2701 minus 1349. So yeah, yesterday we got 1352. I think we lost points on the first battle, I think. We did 3 points worse than yesterday. But yeah, this isn't going to be enough for Paragon. We're already 5 points below HP Herm. As well as... Who else is Perfect Streak right now? Is it just him? Maybe this will be doable in the future. Because right now... though some of them might not have their battles in. But right now, we're only 5 points behind. So if we could just tighten our points a little bit on some of the battles, we could catch up. Though we did lose 2 points today compared to yesterday. But we only have to make up 5 points between the next 2 days. But technically 6 if we want to pass. Or they could just lose. But we'll see what happens there. Because if we're the only person in the guild that gets full 5-0 the whole week, that would also guarantee give it to us. I do still hope that they change that achievement, but while it's still like that, we're still going to try to compete for that Paragon position. Alright, but that's Guild War for today. But yeah, a lot more fun than last time, that's for sure. Or, you know, last Guild War where the matchmaking was nothing. And what's great is we're still winning, too. Like, there's still challenging fights, but we're still winning every time. Like, optimal scenario. Still a challenge, but we're still, you know, getting the guild win every single day. Right, let's go back to the fun insta-kill team. But yeah, for the rest of the stream, we're going to primarily be focusing on getting level 2000. And once we hit level 2000, we'll go hand out a redeem code. Or maybe, like, right before the 2000. But that is the main goal of the stream, other than dailies and everything. I'll probably do it off of PvP, as I do want to get rank 1 or rank 2 PvP in our bracket this week. As we did deliberately downgrade to Ruby rank. So we get a really free leaderboard position. I think second place right now is like 21k, and first place is like 34k. I need to get another 10k this week anyway, so we're already going to get like second without even trying. Just from the amount that we need. And if we're close enough, maybe we'll just go for first. We'll see. Let's guess what the next Guild War restriction. I don't know. If I was to pick any Guild War restriction other than like the colors or, you know, things we've had in the past. And I'm trying to think of a fun one. Dragon would be too broken. Same as Elemental. I don't want one that strong, I don't think. Because the meta for that's going to be really dry as far as what you end up running. I'm trying to think of like a restriction that isn't annoying. But also is like decently fun. Oops, I just lagged out like crazy. Oh yeah, there we go. What was that? I moved the tab like half of an inch. And it got really confused. Like everything froze for a good several seconds there. Luckily it didn't crash. Sure looked like it was about to for a second there. I don't know, I would say the funnest restriction that's like a nice balance. Let's see. Let's go for troop type specifically. Divine would be interesting. Dragon would be too broken. Elemental would be too broken. Giant would be too slow. But yeah, I'd probably say Divine. There's a lot of options for Divine that you can end up going and switching your team multiple times over. Like, there's not like one definitive meta for Divine. There's like a solid like 3 to 5 different teams you could switch between. But the issue with things like Dragon is there you would just run whatever your best, Flower or Stellaryx is and just build a team around that. The team is pretty much the same the entire time. Because I think the most fun Guild War you can have is one where you have a lot of options. Just look at how much you have for Divine. It's like insane. Like there's at least 3 to 5 solid team builds you could do. Just from the sheer amount of things that you have access to for damage, utility, everything else. There's a proper scroll spam team you could do using Divine Ishbala into 40% mana to defeat a bunch of stuff. There's obviously double Takshaka build that you can go down to go into a super cast heavy build. And there's a lot of other utility stuff that you can end up using, like auto cleanse and a few of the fun things like that. Even Divinia with the 4x cleanse and the heal to be able to do stuff like that. Even the return of the 4x bless from this, if you're using a pure yellow team, that's really easy to do off of Divine. It's a really nice mix. So you wouldn't just be running the same team the entire time. I feel like that'd be one of the more fun restrictions we could have for Guild War that we haven't seen yet. That isn't just one of the base color ones. That also wouldn't just be too broken, because the problem with the too broken one is you would just run the same team the whole time. Like both Elemental and Dragon would just be the strongest, Flower Dragon team you could build. Yeah, I would say Divine. If I was to hope for any one restriction for Guild War. Also, I hope they make the Divine shiny, Divine Ishbala. And I hope when they make it Divine Ishbala, they give her back her 50% mana start. I still can't believe they haven't reverted that yet. It's a remnant from back when Divines were literally every team in existence. They end up nerfing Divine from 50% to 40%. But they could easily give Divine 50% back and it wouldn't be broken in the current state of the game. I'm still really surprised they've never reverted that to this day. This is the only 50% mana start troop with 40% mana start. Which I guess technically makes it not a 50% mana start troop, but you know what I mean. Like it's like a complete outlier compared to the rest. The only typing I could see in the entire game where you would maybe justify making it 40% instead of 50 is if they ever release Goblin mana start. I could definitely see Goblin mana start being 40% instead of 50%, but that might be the one and only exception. Just because like 95% of them have extra turn automatically. Yeah, how are we doing on leveling? I'm not even sure how far away we are at the moment. I think the game plan at this point is just clear out dailies, weeklies, all the normal stuff. And on whatever spare time we have, we go all in on just PvP until we get our level. We could also expedite it with Explore, but I need to do PvP this weekend anyway, so might as well do some of it, if not all of it, off of PvP then. Because whatever PvP we do today, I won't have to do tomorrow. Oh, big miss. Come on, you couldn't get like one poke out of that? Luckily this thing has double magic, so that's enough to kill there. Oh, you gain magic on kill? Wait, oh, you have, no, wait, what made you gain magic? Oh, I think it was King Salinas. No, it wasn't that. What's giving you magic? Oh, there it is. All Wildfuck allies gain 1 magic when my turn begins. It kind of looked like it was on our cast, but because we clicked so quickly, it was on the turn beginning. Oh yeah, we're going for top 3 in PvP League this week. We downgraded deliberately to Ruby rank. And we already need to get 20,000 this week anyways. Or, 20,000 total between last week and this week. And between all the extra Guild War bonus and everything else, we should easily be able to make second place. We're probably not going to go for first because they're probably going to go up quite a bit still. But second place is very doable. Which I think is, what, 80 gold marks? So it's like that's 4/5 of a D-book. Ooh, the mass resummon. No! The worst thing that can ever happen to a scroll spam team. A troop that has like 2 to 3 resummon per cast. Like there's troops that have like that 1 to 3 resummon. There's a couple of them in the game, not that many though. Ah, there we go. Yeah, well, I need to get the final reward. The guild should probably have that by tomorrow then. Might not even need to do our battles tomorrow. Alright, dailies, we're already good to go. Already finished some of those off stream. Campaign, we already finished that a while ago. Raid boss, we literally just did it. Guild Wars, we did it at the beginning of the stream. Games, Under Dungeon. Under Spire will still save for later. I might just do it all on Sunday. Top 3? Aw, boo. I did get a perfect 2 days ago. Like, I think it was on Wednesday, literally the day before the stream. No, web! But we do have our perfect good to go. What do I need here? I guess we'll just run, I don't know, what are we doing? Just running standard team? I really need to build, like, a cleanse build. I always end up mentioning this. Anytime this ever comes up, it's like, oh, I wish I had a cleanse build set here. Not sure why you still don't. I just always just tank the reduction thing. Oh, I do need to go switch to Orpheus Metal, though, if nothing else. That's one thing I did forget to go do. There we go. At this point, maybe we'll just cleanse without it. The problem always is just the amount of time it would take to switch it just isn't worth how much time it would take relative to how much quicker it would be. Because if we get lucky enough, we'll just naturally cleanse in a few turns. Because even with no cleanse metals, it goes 10%, 20%, 30%, so on and so forth. So unless we're really unlucky, we should cleanse within about 5 turns or less. How do you get the team number rank in your team loadouts tab? How do they get the team number rank? Oh, I have no clue what that is based on these days. It goes by a lot of really weird factors. But generally, the main thing it's going by is how many stats you have. The more stats you have, the higher that number will be. There's quite a few other really arbitrary things that go into it, like your hero level and a bunch of other really small things. But for the most part, it's tracking how many stats you have. Is the main thing that's determining that really big team score number. Which is why when you make different teams, they all pretty much have the same team score. Yeah, there we go. Easy enough. That web was actually really unintrusive for once. I feel like it's normally way more annoying than that. Yep, the 11-year anniversary pet is right around the corner. We're almost there. Alright, let's go do PvP. And by that, I mean a lot of PvP. Because I want to go gain a level. And we need to go get the XP booster set up for tomorrow. So bare minimum, we need to get to 6,500. And once we do that, maybe I'll just spam Explorer 1 until we get it then. To cover the rest. Alright, first things first, let's go get our buff. Then after we go get our buff, we'll go do the rest of the dailies. And then after the rest of the dailies, we'll spam PvP to 6,500. So that we're good to go for tomorrow, for the 1-hour booster thingy. And then the rest, we'll probably just expedite through Explore just to get it done a bit quicker. And then the 1-hour booster, we'll probably just run on PvP tomorrow then. And that should get us to where we need to be PvP rating-wise. And just to make sure we get the rank we need, I will probably use the VP boosters tomorrow. Oh, so hello, Kikolia! Welcome, welcome, welcome. Alright, final two, then we go take over our battles with our spell reduction. That's the only annoying thing about this though. They almost always put this like really spell reduction golem here. Which of course is really tanky to spells. But you need it for the spell reduction increase. It's not that bad though. You only really feel it on the final battle. Where he lives for like 3 casts longer than anything else. There we go. Hey, that wasn't too bad. Extra skull poke out on him. Alright, we're good to go. We need to go do Construct and something else. We also gotta do either Elf or Undead. Honestly, I almost feel like Undead would be less annoying. Well, let's go do these first. So we already have the team set up for this, same one we ran yesterday night. And then we gotta run whatever the other one was, which I do not remember. But whatever it is, it's more annoying to do than this one. But probably not that much more annoying because I believe we had access to that one explodey guy that does like the 5 explode on red. While also having red power gem, whatever his name is. I can't remember his name. I recall exactly what troop it is, but I forget his name. I think it's a Capricorn or something? Immortal Capricorn. Do we have alignment here? We do not. Do we still cast? I guess we do. Do it on the blue there. I have to kill our hero doing that, but it kills everything else, so it's kind of fine. Anyways, clean up with the scatter damage off of this thing, and there we go. Also just taking the skull. I wasn't sure if he had skull dodge, though. Now that you can't see the traits anymore, is that something you used to be able to see in the back in the day? Is like the traits next to the troop. You can still see how many traits they have. Here we can see he has 0 traits. This has 3. This has 2. Because it shows it based on the number of little symbols here. But back in the day, they used to show the little icons next to them. So you kind of tell, even though some of the icons were reused, you can kind of tell by looking at them like, oh yeah, that's the icon for what's so and such, such and such. So you can kind of tell without actually needing to click on them if you kind of forget. But ever since they went for this system, you can't really tell anymore. As it only tells you how many traits they have, it doesn't tell you what those traits are. Whereas before, it used to show the icon next to each one. So like instead of showing 3 little marks here, it would show, you know, these 3 icons instead. Also used to show it over to the side rather than at the bottom there. Which I guess technically still shows to the side if you go all the way into the menu. You gotta go all the way into that menu now to see it rather than just it being there. Alright, another one down. How many more do we still have? Or was that the final one? I know, 2. Never mind. Wow, these battles are going slow. I thought that was like the final or second to last final battle. Nope. 3 to go. That's fine though. Come on, Ossifer. I thought you could kill a little quicker than that. Though in all fairness, he's like our only damage source since I'm barely touching the boom piles. Boom pile can do damage. It's just not a lot of damage. This also doesn't help that every team we're up against just seems so tanky. Reason like arbitrarily tanky troops for no reason. Getting in the way of our damage. Which I guess Construct does have a lot of reduction. It's mostly skull reduction though. Which of course is applicable since Immortal Ossifer is skull damage. It's true damage as well, but a lot of things here do have skull related reduction. Well, luckily the main thing that everyone running doesn't, because Ossifer himself doesn't. And the 2 boom piles don't. It's only if they're using the other constructs does a lot of skull reduction come into play. Alright, get our last... Oh yeah, that reminds me. The Mythic came out today. We covered a video on it earlier today. I haven't mentioned it a single time to stream. I don't know. What do you guys think of the new Mythic? After trying it a bit, honestly, it seemed a lot more meh than I was expecting. Like, I wasn't expecting it to be like anything over the top. But I was surprised with how extra average it felt. Like, even in a purple context, I don't feel like I would want to use it, personally. Like, it's definitely not bad. Like, you can still get a lot of value from running double of it in some categories. Especially with running it with Archmage's hero class. But compared to double boom pile, double pharaoh, double, you know, anything like that, just doesn't feel the same. It's also restricted to only ever be purple mana. It's not like many of these other ones where it's technically all mana simultaneously. So it really restricts the way that you can end up building it. As you can only build it into basically a 4 times purple team. Or 3 times purple, obviously doesn't have to be fully 4 times. But it does have to be a really purple heavy team. Alright, one down. Let's go do the other one. Oh, no wonder why they feel so tanky. It was 50% extra stats. I was gonna say, why do they feel like they're dying so slow? I see why they're dying so slow. Okay, I didn't notice that initially. Alright, that would explain everything. I was wondering why that felt like it was taking forever. It's because of 50% extra stats. That will do it. We'll do Ubistet in case we can get lucky. What do we have for Empower? Nope. What do we have for... Oh, no, Mana Link? Wow, really not much either. What do we want? Blue mana or red mana? Oh, because he creates red, I guess we're going red. Oh, no, only one. And then we go Wand of Stars. Wand of Stars. Boom, 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 boom. Anything fancy we need, or are we just going like a Mechanist or something? I don't think we need anything fancy for this team. Let's go like double red banner to go with our other +1 red. And we should be good to go. Alright, let's go try it out. I think we just Wand of Stars again. I see the brown there. But we have a higher chance of extra turning with more of these colors on the board. Wow, that's a lot of damage. Capricorn was never the focused immortal, right? I don't think he was. Maybe a higher level if he was. I don't believe he was. Was he? I don't think so. He's honestly... He seems a lot better than I recall. It could just be because his location just has like almost no good alternative. Like, you wouldn't think something like Light Splash would matter that much. But when you're Light Splashing 4 enemies, that's a lot of extra damage. Because Light Splash is only 25% to the 2 adjacents. But you're hitting 4 times. So that's effectively 2 extra hits. It's almost like it's hitting 6 times in an optimal situation. You're almost never going to get that full amount of value. But in a 100% optimal situation, he would hit for effectively 6 attacks, in a sense. If it was to ever work absolutely perfectly, which is almost never going to happen. Normally he's going to hit for like 5.5 attacks or something. Or 5 attacks, effectively. But it makes him somewhat comparable to a, what's her name? Glacia. Immortal Glacia. The only difference is he doesn't have any way to retroactively re-hit the resummon. A lot of times. But the total amount of damage that he's doing is very similar to Glacia, and sometimes even higher than Glacia, while having a 5 explode. It's not that bad at all. But that's why he feels like he does so much. His extra turn potential, and on average, hits harder than Glacia. As long as there's a full team there. After his first cast, it starts getting less than Glacia. But his initial attack is more damage than what Glacia will do on average per cast for the very first one. As he starts losing a lot of that value as more enemies die. As he has less things to get Light Splash on. Oh, so you're just gonna leave all that red on the board? What are you doing? There's so much free red. Also, I wish Ubi Step was enough damage here. I don't feel like it is. It's not going to stop me from trying. Yeah, there we go. Not easy as that. Alright, now we just got to do either Elf or whatever the other one was. Undead. Honestly, I'm feeling the Undead route. Oh no, let's see the numbers. 96,000 for there. And yeah, more people went Undead. That was where I was thinking as well. Now, what Undead team do we want to go run? Of course, we do have buffed up Crimson Bat. We haven't really ran it that much since we've had it. Oh, we also have Immortal. Okay, this might be the other reason why people went here. Kind of forgot about that. Yeah, we could do that with Crimson Bat and Wand of Stars. And what's the Empower for Undead? Empower into blue? Feeling a blue. Actually, that doesn't feed into the other guy, though. I guess it doesn't really matter as long as the primary color of Wand of Stars. I always go double blue banner. Also, oddly enough, this is a 4x red team. Not like it really matters. The extra attack value means almost nothing. But there we go. Right, that should be fine. And then we just make our banner minus yellow plus blue. Because he's converting away yellow. Alright, and I just make a mech or something. Just to make sure our Crimson Bat can get his damage. And that should be everything. Alright, there we go. Yeah, we haven't gotten to try Crimson Bat much. It's like Draculus, but now with way lower mana cost. Basically like half the mana cost. It gains way less life, but does get to get the bleed effect. Its biggest downside is how little life it does these days, but everything else on it is still pretty solid. Especially with that 2 lower mana cost reduction from being max shinied. I don't think it's the best shiny that's come into the game so far, but it is among one of the better ones. Like, it's top 2, top 3 for shiny legends that they've added so far. Now that I think about it, which one is number 1? Oh, I know which one is number 1. That one burned guy. The Baphomet is easily, hands down, not even close, the number 1 amount of benefit. He got like a whole extra hit. It's insane how much value they gave him. I'm not sure why they made him so much more stronger than everything else. Like, everything else is like, oh, here's a small little boost ratio or something. But for him, it's like, oh, here's a whole extra hit. On top of your ability that already hit like a billion times. Yeah, Crimson Bat is either second or third biggest beneficiary of legends that got max shinied. It's still worse than Tesla, though. But at least it makes it a little bit more competitive with Tesla, utility-wise. But it's still ultimately weaker than Tesla, even with every buff it got. But that's because Tesla is Tesla. There's not much that competes with that. Mythic True Damage troops can't even compete with that. So why is every battle like such a low rating? Like almost every single one of our 2 to 3 options is like, oh, here's like nothing and another nothing. Really? No alignment? Oh, I should have taken blue. I forgot. Oh, no. It was red. No, yeah, it's blue that we have all of our mana into. We're using a lot of red, but we have all the extra blue because they convert. So in that situation, I should go for a blue then. Crimson Bat used to be the pay pack poster boy, was he? Oh no, Crimson Bat was never really pay to win at any point. The first few months of the game, he was like absurdly strong for some amount of time. But there was other things that were generally better. Like Lady Sapphira, when they end up buffing it, that you get for free just from completing at Whitehome. Was better at one-shotting. Because even though it did less overall true damage than Crimson Bat, it was able to one-shot a lot of really important stuff. Oh, you meant on the poster board thing? Oh yeah, I see what you mean now. Yeah, he was one of like the more iconic troops from the beginning of the game. Another one that was on a lot of stuff like that was the one for the first New Kingdom, which was originally going to be at launch, but then came like a few months after launch, which was what's that guy's name? Stronghorn? Whatever the big giant guy, brown red, from Stormheim is. Because that one was kind of promoted a lot as well. Because it was like the big first New Kingdom. Jarl Firemantle, I think his name was. But Jarl Firemantle was another one of those. He was like somewhat meta at one point. He was always pretty inconsistent even back then though. Even with the way that gems used to spawn a bit differently back then. How are you not dead? What is your spell reduction? Oh, 75%. Okay. I forgot that's a special one. Like, everyone's running it on their team, so it's like, oh yeah, just as another one, but no, that's the special 75% reduction one. I'm so glad they didn't add it to the game like that, though. Could you imagine if every immortal had 75% scroll and spell reduction? That was like a really big scare before they ever did the PvP update. Was what if they actually did that? Could you imagine? Like every single person has access to like 20 different troops, so they could only use one per team. But if they had access to like 20 different troops that had 75% scroll and spell reduction, that'd be so annoying. Alright, there we go. Is that every daily? I believe there's every daily completed. Because we did that, because we already did the other one. I did the 2 locations we need to do. Alright, I think at this point we just go PvP spam until we hit our goal, or just go do some explore spam. I think what we're going to do is 6,500 PvP, so we'll do the rest of that. And then we'll go all in on explore 12 quick kill. And we'll do it that way then. So we'll do this until we have 6,500, and then once we have 6,500, we'll do quick kill explore for the rest of the stream. Until we have the all elusive level 2,000 then. And after we get the PvP goal, we'll go hand out the code then. And then the rest of the stream will be hitting level 2,000, doing it the quick method. We even go pull out an XP booster, just to speed it along. I'll check that we can go open now if we really want to. We should only need like 10 minutes of the XP booster for the final part. I'll wait a little bit though. Ideally, we just want to use the whole thing and explore 12. I mean, 1, I mean. Oh, we'll use it now. Worst comes to worst, we could always reuse another. We do have a little pile laying around, and what better way to use it than for level 2,000 finally. Yeah, we'll do this until 6,500, and then we'll do explore 1 quick kill the rest of the time. That's something I normally grind these days other than for Vault event weekends, but a special occasion for a special milestone. And we have to pull out the best XP method in the entire game. Just to make it go a little quicker for the final stretch. Because otherwise we'd have to do like an hour of PvP right now if we did it only in PvP. Which is what tomorrow is for. Honestly, that's something I should have made a poll for at the beginning of the stream. How many people in chat are above level 2,000? I'm pretty sure it is a very low number, though. I think it'd be like 5 to 10%. But 2,000 is basically max level, effectively. As this is the last major level anyone will realistically get that gives them any amount of stats. As most people will never play enough to reach level 3,000. And even if you do, it's like 1 armor or something, which is effectively nothing. You're under by 300? Yeah, the final stretch takes a while. Like, the last few years, I think we've only been gaining like 100 levels a year. It starts to really slow down once you start getting close to like 1,800, 1,900, 2,000. Because the higher your level goes, the longer it takes to get each level. And they can just keep stacking and stacking and stacking. It's one of the reasons why you can basically never see your EXP number in this game, other than through a few glitches in the past. Because that EXP bar number must be absurd. Like, amount of EXP for next level as well as total EXP. Like, that number has to be incomprehensibly big. Because you can't even see your, like, EXP to next level. You can only see your bar and, like, how much progress you have till your next level. Just because the number is so, like, demotivatingly large. That at no point has the game ever shown it other than through glitches. Like, obviously the game internally is keeping track of it, but, it's a very big number. I'm sure I need like a dozen or so more PvP battles. Then we'll go check where our rating is. And then we'll send the rest on Explorer 1. If we add all of ours up, it'd be off the charts. I'm kind of curious what some of the playtimes are of some people that are like level 3,000 something right now. Because if we were to count every account we ever had, I think we're at about 16,000 hours right now. Across mobile, every account, everything else. Maybe a little bit higher than that, because it's really hard to keep track of mobile number. Especially since I've been doing it more often in the last few years. But at absolute most, I think my number is like 18,000. I think my Steam number is almost at 16,000, but that's not the full total. But for someone to be like 3,000 plus, I think they would have to be at like 30,000 something plus hours. Which means given that this game has been out for 11 years, let's say they've been playing for at least 10 of those years, that would have to be, what, 3,000 hours a year? Which is what? That's a lot of hours. It's almost like 8 to 9 hours a day for 10 years straight. Actually, what does my average come out to? I did it for Brighter Shores earlier, when we did the 1 year retrospective video. But let me go do some math real quick. What is 18,000 divided by 11? 18,000 divided by 11. I have done roughly 1,300 or 1,636 hours a year. And if you divide that by 365, we have played for roughly 4.5 hours every day since this game has existed for 11 years. Obviously, a lot of that was front-loaded in the first few years or so. But our average across 11 years is roughly 4.5 hours a day. Obviously, these days I play for, like, what, half an hour, hour? Sometimes if we're doing some of the off-stream things, it could be as quick as, like, 10 minutes. Obviously, whenever we do a stream like this, it's like an hour, hour and a half, 2 hours or so. But our overall 11-year average is 4.5 hours a day for 11 years straight. Though a lot of that is really front-loaded in the first 3 to 4 years. Anyone over 3,000 might have multiple players. That could be the case too. I know some people literally give their account to their kids to play for them. Yeah, it's not even a joke. People have legitimately done that. It's not against game rules, I'm pretty sure. I don't believe account sharing in any ways against the rules in this game. Let's see where we're at. I think we're like 1,000 short. Just want to double check where we're at right now. That's not where you check. Yeah, 1,500. Let's go get our 1,500, and then we'll go to explore 1 for the rest of the time then. For whatever XP we're still missing. Which we're getting there. Once we go to explore 1, it will go a lot quicker though. Because right now we're winning about 2 times a minute. Whereas explore 12 we could pretty easily do about 6 a minute. Gaining effectively 3 times the XP rate. Only problem with explore 1 spam is you don't really get much else out of it. It's basically just XP. Like, you do get a few other knick-knack loot here and there, but it's, of course, primarily for the XP that you get. Though I guess there is one other benefit to it. The merchant and angels that you get. And obviously if it's a vault weekend, you're doing it because of Paloozas and everything. Or, you know, the verse gnomes. But outside of a Palooza event, or vault event weekend, the main primary purpose is just for XP. Pretty much nothing else. But the angels and merchants kind of offsetting it just a little bit. Though, of course, the merchants don't necessarily give you value in a sense. Because you have to spend gems to get their value normally. There are a few that are for gold that are good. But the angels are just pure value. Ooh, does the guild have a pet active? I've only seen this screen once since the new format. We might be seeing it again right now. So far, I have yet to be able to use it on a pet that I need more copies of. The 3 that we saw last time, we all had max. Or, you know, I had all 3 max. Let's see, did we get the screen? Oh, no. Was there... Okay, good. We got one. No. They're all maxed already. Okay, I'm going to do the shelf on the elf. Let me do the, dial one. I can't remember what this is from. So I feel like my guild might be missing it. Potentially. What is this one even from? Is this one of the boost ones? I don't remember what this even is. What is this one? I don't remember. Oh, whatever that one is. There we go. Let's keep going. It's one of the cosmetic pets, so it has to be from something. But yeah, Shelf on an Elf, I believe, was like 2019 Christmas or something. We've handed out a good handful of times, though. Oh, was that the pet for the Hourglass mechanic season? That would make sense. Yeah, that might have been the cosmetic pet for the Hourglass season. When Hourglasses came to the game. Which I do have to say, I am surprised out of any power gem in the game. That was one I was expecting to be a lot stronger than it was. Like a gem that gives you auto extra turn that bypasses freeze. Sounds like the most broken mechanic in the history of the game. Yeah, it's almost dead content. It's kind of crazy. But on paper, it seems like one of the strongest mechanics to ever exist in the game. Yet is nearly never used. And the troops that have it, some of them are actually not that bad. It's just the momentum of the game is so strong right now that it's almost just like a dead troop on your team. Having that little bit extra turn potential over just having more mana accumulation. Because that's the big issue with a lot of them. A lot of them don't really mana accumulate that consistently. Like even Daughter of Time, that's one of the more noteworthy useful ones. Her amount of mana accumulation is not great. I think it's like 8 yellow and 8 blue. So it looks like we're going to need another 15-minute booster. I slightly underestimated how long the gigantic bar is going to take. We're definitely not ending the stream without it, though. And then tomorrow's goal will be to get leaderboard then. We'll probably aim for rank 2. Definitely top 3. But top 2 should be doable. I'm probably just not going to go for top 1, though. That one's probably going to be too far to bother. I don't know. We'll see where we are by then. If we have time on Sunday, maybe we'll go for it. And that's another thing too. Next week starts the 11-year anniversary of the game. Not sure if they're doing anything like really big for it, but normally they have like free loot every single day and stuff like that. And obviously the anniversary pet on Wednesday. Not sure if they're doing anything extra special for it, other than the quality of life patch that we had earlier the other week. It was like one of the best patches we've gotten in quite a long time. I'm not sure if they have anything else planned for it. I don't know. We'll find out next week. Otherwise, it'll just be all the default stuff. Ooh, we might actually lose this one. No, we're fine, we're fine. Barely. We're like one hit away. But I'll take it. But what level is this player that their team score is so much higher? 2,185. Hey, that's high, but that's not like that high. Like obviously that's very high, but you know, like the disparity between our levels and theirs isn't that big a difference. I'm not sure why sometimes they're worth so much more like that. Do polls every day of the celebration? If I could figure out enough things to poll, we could. But I'm not sure if I'm going to be streaming every single day of it. We definitely will be on Monday. It's just not much else is really going on that week, I don't think. What is the other event? Do we have Vault event that weekend? I don't think we do. Oh, no, we do. Okay. But yeah, we'd stream that. Oh, no, wrong month. Yeah, we don't really have anything going on that week. Other than the anniversary stuff happening every day. But it's just like a daily that takes like 1 minute. Like there's nothing like extra content-wise. It's a bunch of loot. But there isn't like anything that would take a long time. Because that doesn't even add any time to the daily. It just gets added to the daily section just as a really like solid one. Like at most it makes the daily adventure board take like 1 minute longer. Because as far as grind next week, there's no extra grind we have to do related to the week. Other than adventure board taking like at max 1 extra minute a day. Also, one thing that's always weird as well is the anniversary of the game is technically not even next week. The actual anniversary is normally, they mentioned in the past is when the Steam release of it was. Which I believe is like the 23rd or something. I forget the exact date off the top of my head. But basically the weekend of the Vault event weekend this month is when the actual anniversary, I'm pretty sure, of Gems of War is. As they've mentioned in the past, they've always considered it when the game launched on Steam to be the anniversary, you know, the anniversary time. But they always do the event like a week or two beforehand. Over the last like 5 or 6 years. Because the game technically has multiple release dates. Like when they had it for just mobile. When they had the PC and mobile. When they had PC, mobile, and console. Then PC, mobile, and all consoles. There's at least like 4 different release dates. But the weird part is like the first or second week of November is not any release date. Like, there's not a single release date parameter that covers that time. Because the mobile versions were out before then. The Steam version was out after that. And all the console versions were out after that. Not a single one was actually at that time. Alright, what are we doing on score? We are at 1 battle short. Also, the reason why I'm not doing the other thing, they did finally fix the 1,000 double take on these rewards. Actually, I think it was fixed a little bit before the update, oddly enough. But if you're wondering why we're not stopping slightly before like we normally would, that is why. Technically, I only had to do 5,700. Still, because all of our battles tomorrow would have pushed it over, but we'll get to the full completion. Might as well, we're already here. And then I think we're using an EXP booster and just sending Explorer 1 for the rest of the time then, till we get our level. Should hopefully take under 15 minutes. Oh yeah, definitely will. All right, let's go do it. Let's go hand out a redeem code. Here you guys go. Use on gemsreward.com for the game code section. Your invite code is in the settings menu. Redeem code's right over there in chat. Enjoy. And yeah, let's go send 1 single XP. And let's go do 15 minutes of Explorer 1. Or however long it takes to get our level. Because honestly, all XP after this doesn't really matter at all. I might even stop even doing the XP dailies. I don't know, it'll still be, I guess, okay for number go up. But after we get this level right now, in the next several minutes, we literally never need another level ever again for the rest of time. As even if we somehow hit 3,000 in like 5 years from now, it's like 1 armor or something. We don't really need it. This is like the last like buff you will ever get on hero realistically. The level 2000 buff. So all levels beyond this mean pretty much nothing. So we can kind of just ignore XP boosters for the rest of the time going forward. Gold and soul boosters would still matter. Mostly gold boosters, but yeah, we can pretty much just ignore all XP after we get this level. I have no problem for the code, everyone. And this is one of the like few last things on the checklist of we have truly completed everything in this game. It only took us 11 years. Technically right before the 11-year mark. In all fairness, a lot of the first 2 years you were capped on level. For the first month or so, you were capped at level 100. And for the first like 2-ish years, you were capped at level 1,000. Like the first 2 or 3 years, whatever it was. It wasn't until after that that they finally implemented the level 10,000 system that no one will ever complete. Because it was never meant to be completable. It was meant to last for the rest of the game cycle for the rest of time. That would be insane though if someone in like 50 years gets like a level 10,000 account. I forget what the average time is. But I believe at 8 hours a day, a level 10,000 takes like 50 years or something. It's some kind of absurd number. I think someone at one point did the math on it. But I believe it's legitimately something around 50 years at 8 hours a day. Like somewhere's around there. And that's assuming you're doing this the entire time when I say 8 hours. When I say 8 hours, I mean doing exactly what we're doing right now. Which is just dust of a quick kill at 6 a minute. For 8 hours a day for 50 years straight. Which obviously no one is ever going to do. Simple, you play 10 hours a day then. Hey, it's not even Vault Weekend. We already got a gnome. Nice. Unfortunately, it's verse 4, which we don't really need. Also, it'll be very obvious when we get our level. Because we're going to see the new level up screen, which we actually haven't seen too many times since then. I think I've only gotten 10 levels since that update with the clean new XP screen for when you get a level up. Also, we definitely got to screenshot the milestone. Oh, so that's 100% going to be my thumbnail on Monday, by the way. I'm not even going to bother taking a picture of the troop. It's just going to be a thumbnail of us having 2,000. For the 11-year anniversary week. 100% going to be Monday's thumbnail. For the weekly video thing. I should probably be quick on it too, just in case then. I forget how long it stays on screen with the big 2000. Though I can always take it from the stream itself. Because I believe it's only there for a moment before it moves to the other screen. I don't know, I'll figure it out once we get close. I think we're still a good few dozen battles away. Then we'll go start spam clicking the screenshot button. Get the finger ready on it. Let me check after this battle about how many battles we are. Yeah, that's a good dozen or two before we're even close. Even with the double XP thing. Which is technically not double, it's an extra 100% extra XP. It's not exactly double. It's pretty close to double given how few XP bonuses there are within the game, but it's not actually doubling it. It's just an extra plus 100%. Oh, our first angel. Surprising, we haven't seen a merchant yet. Ooh! Wait, this is actually a hard choice. I think it's one token of Nisha, but... that still hurts to give it up over 15 Dragonite. But I gotta go for Nisha. Nisha's more annoying to get. Worst comes to worst, you could always spend gems on Dragonite. You can't spend gems on Nisha. Because those are really good for the third trait on Legends. Is the main thing they use Nishas for these days. Because that saves you having to do 3 Anus or a gold medal on it. It's way better value to throw one Nisha at them. As in the current state of the game, 3 Anus and the gold medal thingy is way better value. So the lowest value one would be the throw the Nisha at it. Exactly enough, it is hard to get 3 Anus than it is to get 1 Nisha. Up another angel. Unfortunately, our choice is awful. Come on. You couldn't have split those 2 choices over 2 options. We got a double amazing one, and then we got a double awful one. Hey, when it does that. Because ideally, it would show you 1 bad one and 1 good one. Yeah, how close are we on XP right now? Oh, wait, never mind. It is doing actual double. Wait, are these real doubles? I always thought this was plus 100%. Never mind. These are actually, like, doubling. Oh, even better. Because we were getting 110 earlier, now we're getting 220. So it's doing actual double. We're getting really close now. Let me start getting the finger on the screenshot button. Alright, I'm armed and ready. Just spam the screenshot button. There it is! Go, 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 go! Perfect timing. Okay, the screen actually doesn't shift, so I think we're good to go. But we can get different angles for the glowies, since it's glowing a bunch. There we go. Yep, keep doing the glow, keep doing the glow. Okay, I almost have enough screenshots. We got like every glow angle possible. Try to do it when it's not as glowy. Try to get like a cleaner one. Like right there somewhat. Okay, I think we have enough screenshots. Alright, there we go. Level 2000! Took 11 years, but there we go. We have finished the game. And there it is. Now that's the real screenshot right there. +1 permanent magic on hero. The reason why this is generally the final buff. Because let's say you even get 3,000 or 4,000, all you're getting is like an armor or an HP value. This is also the last really good stat buff, because you don't get another magic till like 5, 6, or 7,000, whatever it is. Like something absurdly high that would never be reached. Alright, let's get a billion screenshots of this one too, I guess. There we go. I'm gonna see my screenshot folder later. It's like, why on earth did I take like 100 screenshots of this? There we go. Oh, we got like 2 terabytes on this computer. We'll be fine. Yeah, I think that's about enough. Okay, there we go. Alright. Well, it has been done. We still have 4 minutes left. Should we go use it? I guess we should go use it on something. Let me go do it on PvP, though, if we're going to use the rest of it. Just to give us a kickstart on tomorrow. Because I still need to go hit, what was it? Yeah, we still need to hit at least 17,000, or, 18,000 or so. Maybe we'll try first place, but honestly, this is probably just a second place angle. So thank you, Ron, for the $2. Greatly, greatly appreciated. All right, let's spend the last 4 minutes just doing some PvP while we have the booster. Might as well. I need to do these battles tomorrow anyway, so a little bit less we'll have to do tomorrow. Oh yeah, level 2000 is permanent +1 magic. That's one of the reasons why it's also so relevant. And why every number after isn't relevant. Because I believe 3,000 is armor, 4,000 is HP, and I believe 5,000 is attack, if I remember correctly. So you basically have to go from 2,000 to 5,000 before you get anything relevant. Which is like infinite amount of time. So for all intents and purposes, 2,000 is basically max level, because that's when you get realistically the last magic buff you're ever going to get on hero. For the +1 permanent magic on hero. Which isn't that bad. Like, it is only 1 magic, but 1 magic goes a long way sometimes, depending on your hero weapon. Obviously for Wand of Stars, that doesn't really matter. But for things that actually scale off a magic, and you're hitting like all enemies or something similar, like Ruby Weapon, to be able to do 1 more true damage to all enemies is pretty substantial on hero. I obviously very rarely will 1 magic make or break a battle, but it's nice to have. Definitely not required, but 1 magic's 1 magic. Definitely the most important stat in the game. Yeah, look at that. The nice clean 2,000. Right in time for the 11-year anniversary next week. But yeah, 100% that's going to be our thumbnail for tomorrow. I only have like 500 screenshots to go use. I'm pretty sure one of them is correct. Out of the billion that we just took. Yeah, thanks for all the congrats, everyone. But yeah, 100% that's Monday's thumbnail for the 11-year anniversary weekly video. Perfect timing. I feel like there's something over there. How is there nothing? Alright, we can quit Gems of War now. No, just kidding. Every objective completed. We're out of here. Final Gems of War stream. Goodbye, everyone. No, just kidding. We've completed the game. Alright, this will be the last battle for now. As I mostly just did these to go use up the 4-minute XP booster we still had. Right now I'm probably not going to care about XP as much, but you know, if we have some boosters, might as well use them. If we already have one active. But I'm probably not going to be going out of my way as much to get the daily XP booster now. That we finally have the last real objective that you ever need for leveling. As anything beyond 2,000 is basically just a cosmetic increase. Oh, we still had a minute, but that's fine. Anyways, guys, we'll end it here for now. Tomorrow's goal is obviously from doing Guild Wars and all the normal stuff we would do. Tomorrow's goal is to go use the 1-hour booster for gold. And technically souls, but gold. And we'll be doing that on PvP. We'll probably do an hour of PvP near the end of next stream. I mean, after we clear out all basic dailies and everything. And do Guild War and all that. With the main goal of tomorrow being to go reach rank 2. So tomorrow's goal is rank 2 PvP, doing a full hour booster on it, and we should easily be able to get it. Then on Sunday, maybe we'll see if we go for rank 1 or not, but we're definitely going for rank 2 for sure. So that'll be the game plan for tomorrow then. So we can go get our like 4 Fists of a Deed book and go from there. And yeah, I hope you all have a wonderful, wonderful weekend. I will catch you guys soon. And goodbye, everyone. Thanks for watching.